Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. In this series at Discovery, we are looking through certain practices that Jesus found important in his life and reasons why we think they should be important in your life as well. We are joined today by Miss Kristene Smith, a very appropriate guest to have on the show today, as she is a mom of two. Happy Mother's Day to you, Kristene. How are you?
Great, thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
How are you with hot stuff before we start?
I think I'm pretty good. I can handle it.
You're gonna run the gauntlet. Hold it.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be overconfident.
Well, let's do it.
Okay, let's try it.
This first swing, remember, start on your right.
Okay.
First swing is classic.
Okay, classic. Okay. Totally doable.
So, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you came to Discovery, how you came to know Jesus.
Okay, my name is Kristene and I'm married to my husband, Rodney Smith. We've been married 29 years. We moved here from Colorado in 2008 and we started going to Discovery. Been here ever since, and we have two kids, Garrett, who's 18, and Kylie, who is 21. And we fell in love with Discovery because it's a non-denominational church and Bible-based, and great kids program, great ministry. It just ticked all the boxes that we needed for our family, and we just love it here.
Are you ready for wing two?
I'm ready for wing two.
All right. Small step up.
Small step. This one looks yellow.
Enjoy.
Is it tropical? Go step up. That's good.
There you go. You're gonna make it.
Ready? I like it.
So you mentioned a little bit about how Discovery's home, how you found it here, but what does it mean to you to be appointed as one of the spiritual leaders, kind of shepherding Discovery?
I think as a spiritual leader, I'm continuing to grow in my faith every day. No one's perfect by any means, so but I think listening to the members that call Discovery their home, and they're seeking to do what's right and what's Bible-based, and also discussions with the leadership team about how to grow our church and adhering to God's word and His purpose, and never compromising on those things. And I also think being financially or fiscally responsible, maximizing the gifts that are given to this church to further God's kingdom. So it's important that we use those gifts wisely. And I'm glad that, and I felt honored that I was asked to be on the leadership team. And I hope that I can add value and be a good example.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit wing three.
Okay, let's do it. That one's tasty.
That's a
I like that one.
barbacoa. We skipped one. That's this one right here.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Very good one.
Okay.
So, as a mom of two, especially one graduating in the very near future, I'm sure your schedule is busy, not only with graduation, but all of the other things going on. And we're going to be talking throughout the course of this interview about the spiritual practice of rest. How do you manage to get rest built into your day as you deal with all of the things that are going on in the season of life?
Rest requires us to be intentional. It's different than relaxing in front of the TV or relaxing on your social media, Facebook account. That's not rest, that's not relaxing. You need to pull yourself away and be intentional and not have any distractions, and so God can speak freely into your life and tell you what is most important in your life and what you should be giving priority to. sometimes life gets so busy that you don't make God or your family priority in your life. You're constantly trying to please others, or do things that don't really matter. It doesn't matter. Your kids aren't going to remember if you have the perfectly clean floor. They're going to remember you spending time with them. So just taking those couple minutes and just being thankful and being intentional can really help just prioritize what you're spending your time on.
Are you ready for wing number 4?
I am. I'm
All
ready.
right, wing number 4 it is.
Okay. You gotta bring on the hot stuff.
Oh.
Here, I'm talking.
Oh. So remember, these are the wings that you chose because we don't have time to go through all 10 like they do in the full show. So we chose 6 out of these 10. You can kick it up and just open up one of these other bottles if you want to pour it all over.
I don't know. This one was didn't really have a flavor at first, but now it's kicking in.
Yeah,
It's like the after effect.
it's just an oil. It's like a hot oil, but there's an Asian flavor to it.
Ooh, tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe
I
more
might
for
try
hot
it.
wings than you thought.
Yeah, I might be up for trying a really hot one. We'll see.
Why do you think it is that although Jesus prioritized rest, that as Christians, we often fail to adapt that practice into our lives? What is it we miss?
I think we confuse serving with just being overcommitted. We can never, as Christians, we want to serve others. We're taught, we should help others, we should serve others. And we can overcommit easily. It's a slippery slope. And I totally can relate to this. I have trouble saying no. And if someone needs my help or if they need me to do something for them, that I'm willing to step in and take my time away from other things to help them. I think as Christians, we feel guilty if we don't help too, or we don't serve. We don't give our time, so we tend to overcommit, and it is a slippery slope. But I think we need to remember that rest is and connecting with God and your relationship with God is equally important as being serving others. There's a good balance that you just need to find. It's hard to have these serious topics with this hot wings.
That's the whole point. And you just have the hotter one staring you down, taunting you.
Okay.
You ready for 5?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready
All right.
for 5.
Wing number 5.
I'm ready for a challenge. Is this the cosmic one?
Not yet. That's the next one. This is the turmeric.
Okay, that has a kick. I'm feeling that one.
Good.
That's a good one. I definitely feel that one. Okay.
So we mentioned earlier how you have a high schooler that's about to top off and graduate.
Mm-hmm.
How, in what you're doing now, how do you plan to put rest into your schedule for the week?
Well, like I said, I think we overcommit and we try to do too much, especially as a mom. I'm constantly involved in way too much. I think I can do everything myself, and I volunteer quite a bit. School, church, work, but having a senior now, and we're going to be empty nesters. It's kind of a reflection that, and I hope that I can share this with other people, that you really need to take time with your kids. You don't ever get those opportunities again, and resting now helps me kind of just clearly listen and realize that my time is valuable, and God has given us these great things in our lives, our family and our children, that we can make those priority. And sometimes I feel like we're so rushed, and they get the scraps that are left over from, everything that we're so busy with. They get not as much time. So if I could go back and do it again, I would have definitely spent more time enjoying time with my son and my daughter, and spending more time just listening to them and reading to them and just being there for them instead of being scattered all over the place. So
You ready?
yeah, my nose is.
All right, Kristene.
That's the song.
We're not doing the last dab because we decided to call it quits before getting 10. We're stopping off at 6, which actually is number 7. But on the show, they call number 10 the last dab because it's tradition to put a little extra on the last wing. You don't have to if you don't want to,
Interesting.
but you said you wanted it hotter.
This is the Cosmic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go for it. See what happens.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mm-hmm.
You finally get to the place you wanted?
Mm-hmm. That one's good. That one's hot. And I'm going to take a drink.
So as you take a drink, why do you think it's important for the rest of us in Discovery to make sure that we're intentional about putting some rest into our lives?
Like I've been saying, if I can speak. Yeah, that's hot. Yeah, that one's hot. Okay. Okay, so much for talking big. Okay. I think the book really explains it well that we read, Beautiful Resistant. We read that book. Matt had asked us to read it as a lead team book and have discussions on it. My favorite part of it was the rest chapter, because it's really what I need to do is slow down, take time, and appreciate and be thankful for what God has given us. And also to kind of, like I said, think clearly and prioritize. And prioritizing God is the first thing that we should be doing as Christians, and our family as well. So what I would like Discovery Church family to know, and the 4 takeaways, or the 4 kind of key points, is resist. So when you find yourself thinking that you have to do more, you have to do this, you have to this, stop, resist it, remember, just go to a quiet place and kind of remember what your past week was like, what were the highlights, what were the lowlights, what you would do differently, have a conversation and pray with God, and just kind of just help him to understand how you're feeling, and if you're having anxiety about having too much. So the third thing is to rest, or excuse me. The third thing is to rest, obviously, and that is that meditation moment, and to think clearly. And
The wings don't help to think clearly, do they?
No, they don't. I'm repeating myself. And then the last thing is to revel and to rejoice and to be grateful. And I think a gratitude journal is a great way to do that. But it's just really important to just kind of like get away. And I just want to, resting, like I said, make it intentional. Don't sit in front of your phone or your TV and think that's relaxing and resting. Take 10 or 20 minutes, just quiet time for yourself, and have a conversation and be grateful.
Kristene, very well done. Tackle the wings of death.
Yep, I have a tear.
I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day.
Thank you. Is that what? Yeah, is that what you aim to? Mother's Day gift make me cry?
Yep, absolutely. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.